Good morning, all. Again, welcome to my YouTube channel. And here I am going to explain you about the grounded theory. Okay, firstly, I am going to share with you the meaning of grounded theory. That grounded theory is one of the basic approach and most prominently used technique in qualitative research. Grounded theory refers to the process of generation of theory, which is based on collection of data from multiple sources. It is the only method of qualitative research which is used or uses as a qualitative data also, and when required, and the grounded theory approach aims to collect data and interpret the data from the textual base. For example, it is a collection of field notes, it is a collection of video recordings, and after the process of interpreting, the database is categorized into different variables, and then the interrelationship between these variables are analyzed and studied. Now, grounded theory have various steps like naming as memoing, sorting in grounded theory, writing in grounded theory. Memoing can be further classified into three subtypes like theoretical node, field node, and core node. I am here to explain you about one by one. Firstly, what is memoing? It is as we know that the first objective of the researcher is to collect data in the form of memos. Here memos are form of short notes that the researcher writes and prepares. These memos acts as source of data which is further put in other process of analysis and interpretation. These short notes or memos can be prepared in three ways. These three ways are theoretical node, field node, and core node. Here I am explaining about the theoretical node. What is theoretical node? It is a form of node containing the detail regarding how a textual database is related to the existing literature of the concerned study. The node consists of about 1 to 5 pages. Anyhow, the final theory and report consists of an integration of several such theoretical nodes. Now I am coming to field nodes. What are field nodes? Field nodes consists of the nodes prepared when the researcher actively participates with the population, culture, or the community under the study. It can be the observation of behavior, interactions, events, or situations that occurs on the spot, and it also contains the casual notes behind such actions. The third one is the core node. What are core node? Actually, the researcher or the ground theorist may also prepare notes by naming, labeling, or categorizing things, properties, and events. The core nodes are those nodes which discuss the codes of such labeling. These core nodes further acts as a source of formation of final reports. Okay. Further, these core nodes also acts as a guide to the grounded theorist while analyzing a text or a case. Right. Now, the next step of grounded theory is sorting in grounded theory. What is sorting? Once the short note or the memos are prepared, when the researcher prepared the memos or the short notes, the collected information or the data is sorted in order to organize them in proper order. Sorting helps in putting all the data in proper order, which leads to proper linkage of information and ideas. That is called as sorting. Now, the last step in grounded theory is the writing in the grounded theory. Writing actually after the memos are when the memos are sorted, the next stage toward preparation of theory is writing. The grounded theorist arranges, relates, and puts the collected information into the words. Therefore, in this step, the researcher tries to give a shape as well as meaning to the relevant data. This may be said to be crucial stage, as it is in this stage. This is the stage in which the researcher interprets the information on the basis of his own perspectives, and the collected information is also linked with the existing relevant literature in order to put the theory in a scholarly context. Okay, students, this is all about the grounded theory and the steps of grounded theory. Now the next selective coding, open coding, and axial coding. I can explain here one by one what is selective coding. Actually, selective coding is a type of coding out of all the available categories. The ground theorist selects one category to be the center or major one, and then tries to relate the other category with the selected major categories. In this way, the ground theorist tries to analyze how other categories are affecting the major category, or how the major category is having an effect on the other related categories. This is called as selective coding. Now I am coming to open coding. Second type of coding is the open coding. Actually, what is open coding? Open coding is the process of identifying, labeling, and analyzing the phenomena found in the text. The ground theorist, on the basis of generalizations, categories, names, events, or properties into more general categories or dimensions. This is called as open coding. Now, last one is axial coding. Axial coding is the process of relating the categories or properties, that is the codes, to each other with the help of deductive and inductive thinking. The ground theorist or the researcher tries to analyze the causal relationship between these variables, that is, which one of the code is the cause and which has led to the occurrence of the other code, the context. The ground theorist analyzes and interprets the cause codes and the cause code and the context codes without showing much interest on the consequences of the phenomena self. This is called as axial coding. Now I explained about the steps of grounded theory, meaning of grounded theory, types of coding in the grounded theory, and one is the relevance of grounded theory. What is the relevance of grounded theory? What are the importance of the grounded theory? Here are some of the relevances which I have given in this slide. The first one is the ground theorist prepares report on the basis of information collected with the help of various sources, which increases the chances of reliability and validity of the theory. Next is the ground theory approach gives an opportunity for exploring the fact and analyzing the causal reasons behind those facts. Third one is it is an inductive type of approach, and which has its basis or is grounded on the base of observation and data collection. It is the grounded theory approach provides a base to specify how a knowledge base should be changed in light of new information. And last one is the grounded theory data, often categorized data, which further forms a basis for organizing and reporting result. So this is all about the relevance of grounded theory. And last one is the implications of grounded theory. What are the different implications? As grounded theory has so much useful in the field of qualitative research, so it has so many implications. The first implication is it is often used in formulation of policies, program evaluation of research, and it is very effectively used in solving the unanswered questions. Second one is it is the approach which can be used to analyze the consumers' demands and preferences in the existing market. Next, it is the approach which can also be used to analyze product positioning and advertising opportunities. Okay, and it is one of the best theoretical approach that can be used in the field of education, management, human study, information study, politics, and communities, etc. And last but not least, it helps in understanding, analyzing, and describing human psychology and experience. So, student, this is all about the relevance and implications of the grounded theory. Hope you enjoyed the video, and for any query, please feel free to contact me at any time. Thank you so much, students. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you very much.